All right. Welcome back to the Body by Vlad Show, episode 5, part 3. My name is John Robert Quinn, the guy who builds talk shows coast to coast. And, of course, we're hanging out with Mr. Vlad Telaluyev. What's up, brother?
What's going on?
You're happy that I can say that, aren't you? You smile every single time I do that.
Maybe you're good energy now.
Is that what it is?
Your stress-free energy, your zen from
My
Danielle.
zen. Not from Danielle. It's more from you, fool.
Is it?
Yeah, it's more from you. Because I still don't like her very much. It's all right.
Oh, man. Well, that's a good thing we met.
No, you've done a lot for me. I absolutely done a lot for me. You've obviously done a lot for my wife, and of course she comes home and she tells me the things that you're telling her, and in one ear and out the other, the stuff that I don't want to hear, and in one ear and stays, and the stuff that I do want to hear, and yeah, I mean it makes sense. We it's not all about work. It just isn't, because at the end of the day, all we're doing is creating new problems for ourselves.
Yeah.
And I think that, honestly, it's not having enough time lately to go see our folks, her folks, because I'm always working, is not good. Because what's going to happen when they get too old and we never shared anything with them?
Yeah.
And for what? For money?
That's what you're exchanging it for.
It's all you're exchanging it for.
You're exchanging so much of your life for what?
For crap.
Money.
But it's stuff that you're buying. It's not the money.
Well,
it's
yeah.
not money to donate to charity. It's money so you can buy more crap.
For who? For me.
Exactly.
Me.
Exactly.
I'm going to go on more vacations. I'm going to do this. I'm going to buy more. I'm going to dress like this. I'm going to buy 10 Louis bags. And then I'm going to post it on social media. And then I'm going to say, why does nobody like me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, all I see is you.
Yeah.
You're not contributing. You're like
Correct.
a leech. You just consume.
Correct. Yep.
There's no produce coming out. There's just me. So
I've learned to I'm learning none of us, we all every one of us are flawed. Anybody listening to this show that thinks that they're not flawed, they're fooling yourself. You're flawed for thinking that you're not flawed. I'm learning that with success comes life, and just enjoying things a little bit more. Taking a breath of fresh air. And you could say it's Daniel. It's not Danielle. It isn't. It's just understanding that there's another dimension to life other than work, and creating that balance. And I found that Natalia and my relationship has just gotten a lot better when I'm not sitting there with her looking at the back of my head all the time.
No, this is why I do what I do. It's not about the paycheck. It's like, damn, we inspired people.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. All right, so where does diet, or proper diet, fit into increasing our daily performance?
I've done a couple tests myself where I was like, okay, I'm not gonna eat clean and see what happens. I'm not gonna exercise. Like, I haven't worked out for 2 weeks, and I feel like I don't feel good.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, oh, it's 70% diet, 30% workout. I think it's 100% of both.
Mm-hmm.
My quote is, you can't out-train a bad diet.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've tried to do that, and
mm-hmm.
with my even good genetics.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, what I actually think, if I've been thinking about this, is when you go out on social media and you see people taking pictures of food, what do people try to post is like French fries, burgers, pizzas, ice cream, so they're promoting, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the business is getting that, like Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
You see a picture with a hand almost like every day of somebody drinking their Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
But my question is, why do they do that? Why are they promoting something, right? That's because of the whole society.
Mm-hmm.
And Starbucks doesn't do much good for you.
Doesn't do any good for you. And it's expensive.
And not saying just Starbucks, but that's a lot of caffeine to drink.
Well, it's, as Robert Kiyosaki puts it, he calls it sugar water. Because all it is sugar water.
Yeah.
So when we're eating fats and sugars and sugar water, all we're doing is feeding the pockets of those big corporations, because they're not really, the food isn't even actually food. It's chemically produced food. It's not actually food. It's a consumable. It's
right.
not food.
This is why when I went to the convention in Phoenix, it kind of opened up my eyes a little more about the Juice Plus product, and it's like, this is gonna be the future of, because the way that they harvest their food, they said they're getting rid of papaya out of one of their products because papaya is 95% genetically modified, and there's less and less papaya, so they're gonna put mangoes instead because they can grow quality mangoes, and I like that. Because that shows me this company they didn't go, here's Juice Plus and we stopped doing everything, let's keep paying us. They're doing more research, they're finding more innovative ways of doing the harvesting and planting, and then how they're taking care of the plant. So that's what I said, is when I take it, I'm like, oh my god, I feel it like almost instantly. And they were talking about the research done in polyphenols, how the polyphenols increased in your bloodstream just from taking Juice Plus within 30 minutes. And those are the substances that help your body kind of live and your cells alive and function, the DNA of the cell. And that's what you break it down to. Every little cell has its own functions. And fitting in the right diet into it is going to feed those cells.
There you go. There's your answer. If you're thinking about just having a healthier lifestyle, and I'm not talking about the tree hugging hippie stuff. This is real life. We're not talking about going and getting Big Macs. We're talking about real life. We're not talking about working out every single day, 3 hours a day, and there's people that you see them on Instagram, and every single post they're flexing. They're so worried about their body. That's all they do is they flex and they train, and then they take their supplement, and then they flex, and then they train. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about living a healthy lifestyle. And again, we're not talking about going to Trader Joe's or Whole Foods. We're talking about eliminating the trendiness of it and just being healthier. That's it. Even if it's just taking a simple walk every day and having a salad.
Look, eliminate the stress. Just from that, your body's already gonna start healing itself.
Correct. That's all I'm saying. I've noticed that by not making 200 cold calls in a day, by making 175 cold calls in a day, and taking that time I would have made 25 calls to just step outside and look up at the sky for a minute before the next client, has changed how I look at my life. It's changed how I feel. It's changed my productivity. I haven't really changed how I eat. I don't exercise like I should. I still don't do the things that Vlad wants me to do. But I have opened my eyes, and I just give myself a little bit more of myself. And I've changed and he laughs at me, but that's what he's doing. That's all he does, is he helps us become better people. Give Body by Vlad a call, 916-764-2559, 916-764-2559, BBVFitness.com. Again, 916-764-2559. We're going to go to a break. We're going to come back and wrap up. We'll be right back.